A couple months ago, I did a video talking about how Madden 25's draft editor is broken. Well, Madden's draft editor in general is broken because it's been broken. It's been like this for years. So a lot of people have been commenting, asking me if they patched it in any of their updates or anything like that. And I'm here to tell you, no, they haven't. And that's probably not going to be something that they can just patch like that. Or maybe I'm wrong, because what I'm about to tell you in this video is going to piss you off even more, because something has happened during a patch. And that's why I'm addressing it in this video. So if you want to check out that video, I explain what exactly was broken in detail, and I give a demonstration. I'll give you a brief rundown. Basically, the draft editor is broken because if you have a player, when you create a draft class, you're not creating it from scratch. You're editing a generated draft class. You don't go and create every single player from scratch, from jump. The CPU generates a draft class, and you go in there and you edit the player's appearance, his size, his weight, height, his ratings, all of that. That's how you create a draft class. And as a matter of fact, I did a video here recently showing you how to create a draft class in Madden. So you could check that one out too if you need to know how to create a draft class. But where they messed up, where the draft class is broken, and it's been like this for years, I know because I edit draft classes every year. It's been like this for years, where it's broken. If you have an offensive line, it's specifically large players, like the guys that's like 300 plus pounds or so. If you have a guy that you're trying to edit to his real life attributes, height, weight, etc., and say it's an offensive lineman and he's like 316 pounds, but the offensive lineman you're trying to edit him to is 315 pounds. And he has an offensive lineman's build. If you subtract that 1 pound from that offensive lineman to put him at 315, it'll automatically change his body type from an offensive lineman's build to a linebacker's build. And you can't get it back. You can't get it back at all. You could put it back at 316, his build will not go back. It's all messed up. It's all messed up. So to supersede this, what I would do is just kind of try to make those offensive linemen, the rest of their body parts as like large as possible. Pause. Like arms, legs, etc. to kind of at least fill them out. So if their actual torso and everything is going to be small, at least everything else would kind of look like a normal offensive lineman. But no, they have not updated that. They have not fixed it. It's been like this for years. But what they did do is they made it worse. They made it a lot worse. And I'm here to demonstrate and show you how they made it a lot worse. So now, if you're not editing a draft class in the franchise where you actually plan on using this draft class, whenever you import a draft class into your franchise, all offensive linemen and defensive linemen look like wide receivers. Their build is like a wide receiver. This wasn't even like this before. Like before, it was just like, the size, whenever you edited the size that they went down to, that's what they were. But now, I don't know if they tried to patch something and just made it worse or what, but now it is so bad when you import these players into your franchise, they look like wide receivers. This is disgusting. This reminds me of back in, I want to say this was like Madden 14? Yeah, because NCAA football 14 was the last one where you could export and import draft classes. So in NCAA 14, you could export your draft class and import it into Madden 14, or I think that might have been Madden 25 at the time. No, I think it was 14. I can't remember which year they did the whole 25 anniversary thing, but when you would import that draft class into your Madden, the player's build was so messed up. They looked like Dragon Ball Z characters when they had the armor on. The pads looked like Vegeta's armor when he first got on planet Earth. It was bad. This kind of reminds me of that. And they have some kind of script or some kind of error going on in their script that they just can't seem to get right even years later, where now it's specifically targeting offensive linemen and defensive linemen, defensive tackles at that. Like I said, if they're bigger athletes, it's targeting those guys. Where if you import the draft class, their body type just changes from a offensive or defensive lineman to a wide receivers build or a smaller tight end build. This is terrible. For a company that makes all of this money and to be in 2025, for this to be happening in your game is garbage. It's complete garbage. And this is why we need games like Maximum Football to be on their game and follow through on everything that they promised that they would follow through with. This is why we need games like 2K to come back and give us the game that we deserve with the full customization. Because guess what? This doesn't happen in 2K. When you import a draft class in 2K, and I've been creating draft classes on 2K for years as well. This has never been a problem. When you import a draft class in 2K, the players look exactly like how they're supposed to look. But Madden, this has been going on for years. For years. As long as I've been editing draft classes, as long as they gave you the option to edit draft classes in Madden, this has been an issue with offensive and defensive linemen. And it's inexcusable. It's inexcusable. And they probably will never change it. They're focused on too many other things. Their main focus is MUT. And then their secondary focus is on franchise, but it's not even really like to bolster franchise like it should be bolstered. But they're not focused on little things like this. And this is why I hope the NFL doesn't renew that license. They haven't done it yet, which they're past the time period where they normally renew the license. So I'm hoping that's a sign that they don't, and they open it up for other companies to be able to make NFL games, because this is inexcusable and it shouldn't even be a thing. You put in all of this time and effort editing these guys, and then you have this glitch happening that completely ruins the players that you created. So y'all let me know y'all thoughts and feedback in the comment section. How do y'all feel about this? This is bad for y'all, because like I said, I put all this time and effort into these classes in detail, and I can easily just edit these draft classes during our actual franchise. I only do it outside of our franchise so I can actually edit them like I need to edit them and get their ratings and everything straight, their appearance straight. So of course I got to go in and edit certain players multiple times. And I didn't do that in our franchise because I didn't want it to look like I was manipulating the class or something. When truth be told, all I'm doing is making sure I get the accurate ratings and everything and appearances correct. But it's nothing for me to just edit these guys during that franchise instead of an outside franchise and then not worry about this glitch. But if I export this class or upload it to the download center and then you guys go to download and import it in your franchise, this thing is going to happen to you guys. And that shouldn't be a thing. And I feel bad for you all. But some of y'all, you might, you might not care that much. You might not care that much. It might not be that big of a deal for you. And kudos to y'all if it's not. But for somebody like me, this is a big disappointment. And EA needs to get their act together because time is running out. Time is running out. There still hasn't been an agreement on a new extension of the exclusive license. And as it presently stands, once Madden 26 comes out, that's it. That's the last game on the license. If they don't renew it next year, the license is open. There's no exclusive license. Any other company can make NFL games. So again, y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comment section. If you think this is a big deal, if you don't think this is a big deal, or whatever your thoughts may be. But as always, if you're here for the first time or you're returning and you haven't liked or subscribed already, please do so. Click that notification tab so you can stay up to speed with more Madden 25 content going forward. Again, I appreciate you all for tuning in. That's been my time. Till next time,